everybody. I couldn't catch it right at the end. Motherfucker. I couldn't catch the video right at the end. Am I stretched more than I should be? I don't know. Let's go back to blend, transform, stretch to fit screen. That is stretched to fit the screen, is it? Okay, well, that's wonderful. Okay, that's stretched to fit the screen. And then this is not stretched to fit the screen. Good Lord. I'm having to fix this on the fly, guys. So. Alright, that's better. That's much better. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. I don't want to see the blue background at all. It's just me today, so I just left the call. No reason to keep the call up. I can see the news from here when I put it on the screen. It shouldn't be quiet. Why is it quiet? Well, God damn it. Why is it? Okay. No, it should not be quiet. Hello. Haha. It is I, not quiet. Yeah. Woohoo. Fuck. I suddenly... Jesus Christ. Alright, let's see how the audio is. I'm going to turn the gain back up. Okay. There we are. Much better on that. Just to have news intro chime play at the beginning. Do, 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 or whatever. Yeah, just man, I missed the Long Fall Boots intro from the Portal 2 commercials that they did. Just make those checks out to cash. Cabe Johnson, we're done here. Alright, I'm gonna turn... Okay, because for some reason the just regular talking had me going insanely through the roof. There we go. That's much better. Much better. Much better. Much better. Okay, I'm going to lock the audio there. We should be good. Thank God. Everybody can hear me now. Everybody can see me. Everybody can hear me. We're all good now. Everybody good to go? Thank Arceus. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. I should do the intro properly. Ladies and gentlemen of the congregation. Let me do your little wavy effects since it's just me. Hello, I'm your Minister of Science and Technology, Richie Roberts. I'm your only person for the day. Sucks, but it is what it is. Since I'm on my own today, I decided I'm just not going to have co-sponsors on this one. So, everybody's just going to have to participate in chat. So participate in chat. I need you heavily involved in participating in chat. Let's go ahead and go through all of today's topics real quick. There's a lot of stuff to talk through. Holy crap, there's a lot of stuff to talk through. Okay, first off, if you missed it, last night, DJ Ranga was in the house. And that's what I'm calling him from now on. His name is DJ Ranga. Don't you ask me questions. Don't ask me questions about things. Aw, we're out of treats. No, don't look up. Don't look up. It's an empty bag. It's an empty bag, Toby. All right, come here. Come here. You need... I gotta have you on camera at least once anyway. I am contractually obligated to put you on camera as a fat dog. Even if it is the F kind and not the PH kind. All right? This is our Bishop of Best Boys, Toby, otherwise known as Tobias J. Bartholomew Dog. Yes, barf, as in Bartholomew, as in he will barf all over you. He will barf all on you. He has recently had a bath, so he's nice and soft and fluffy. And good smelling. Oatmeal smell. He still smells like Toby. Yes. There you go. There you go. All right, go. Go lie down. Go lie down. All right, there we go. We have doggo of the day. The doggo of the day. So, a clean doggo is a happy doggo. You are not wrong. Clean doggo is a happy doggo. Very good on that. Okay, so let's go ahead and go through some of our topics for today. We've got quite a few. Almost as happy as Muddy Dog? No, don't you dare. No. Muddy Dog equals angry owner. So, we will not be doing that. Okay, that's me leaving Discord because I was still in a Discord call. And there was no need for that. No need for that whatsoever. All right, time to go through all the topics today. Angry owner, happy doggo. Yeah. So, let's talk about our first proper topic outside of... actually, you know what? I need to finish talking about DJ Ranga. DJ Ranga. So, Calvin, voice of Ranga, and several other smatterings of background characters on Fat Dog Studios, as well as our audio editor for, I'd say, practically 95% of everything that we've done since episode 5 of Log Horizon Abridged. He's been our audio editor for episode 5. And since episode 5 of Log Horizon Abridged, he's the guy that made the Carry On My Wayward Son cover. He did update us on that, so quick update for that. He said mid-November it should be done, which means we can properly get to work on Slime. Good news in regards to Slime 9. I did put up a big kind of apology / update about what was going on with Slime 9. I accidentally reformatted the wrong hard drive. Lost all my abridging stuff for the last 6 years. Have no way to get it back right now. I'm going to hand that hard drive over to Calvin and see if maybe he can, because his day job is IT. That having been said, he DJ'd at a bar last night and live streamed the event. I would link you the video, but most of the music you could only listen to live. I'd say about maybe half of it is muted. Though the other half is very enjoyable. It is what it is. It's a vibe. It's better to catch it live, so keep an eye out on the various Twitter, Fat Dog social media, and our Discord and all that stuff, because we posted about it last night. So if you missed it, that's on you. As for talking about fall anime, we will get to that. That's going to be the last thing I talk about. But guys, you're going to have to remind me at the end, because it's not a listed topic on here. All right. First main topic. Oh boy, here we go. Just starting off with some heavy shit. Activision Blizzard receives another sexual harassment lawsuit. Because of course they did. So yeah, they've received another sexual harassment lawsuit that also alleges sexual battery, failure to prevent harassment, gender discrimination, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. So yeah, no surprise there. As reported by the Daily Mail, a plaintiff identified only as Jane Doe filed the lawsuit with the Los Angeles Superior Court that claimed Activision Blizzard is a massive video game company with a massive sexual harassment problem. Doe is seeking an undisclosed amount of compensation, punitive damages, and the removal of CEO Bobby Kotick, who was previously accused of knowing about but not reporting sexual harassment allegations at Activision Blizzard. He never missed an opportunity to make her feel small. The lawsuit is against both Activision Blizzard itself, which is currently locked in a number of lawsuits alleging sexual harassment, and former employee Miguel Vega, the once manager of Doe, who was allegedly fired a month after she reported him to management. Doe met Vega in 2009 or 2010 before she worked at Activision Blizzard, and the pair formed a virtual friendship with Doe, which Doe sent compromising photos of herself, something she now regrets, according to the lawsuit. This relationship ended in 2011, however, as Doe met her future husband. The lawsuit states that Vega helped Doe get independent contractor work at Activision Blizzard in 2016, and she later started full-time at the company in 2020. Vega allegedly groped and attempted to kiss Doe, telling her, "One day you'll give in," and also belittled, insulted, and threatened to blackmail her with the compromising photos. He never missed an opportunity to make her feel small, the lawsuit states, adding that Doe reported the blackmail threats and that Vega was fired the next month. The lawsuit alleged this wasn't enough, however, claiming that Activision Blizzard ratified Vega's conduct by not taking more immediate and corrective action. There was an update. Activision Blizzard sent over a statement regarding the lawsuit, saying, "We take all employee concerns seriously. When the plaintiff reported her concerns, we immediately opened an investigation, and Mr. Vega was terminated within 10 days. We have no tolerance for this kind of misconduct." It's the latest in a long line of accusations against the company that began with a lawsuit filed by the state of California accusing Activision Blizzard of fostering a frat boy culture. Guys, this is not the only story of like dude bro-esque stuff we're going to talk about today. This is kind of becoming a theme that is popping up across multiple places lately. And it's sad. It really, really is sad. But this is just another feather in that cap. If we're looking at it, this is just like, oh, another one was filed. Surprise, surprise. And Activision Blizzard, as if they're not having a bad enough time with Overwatch 2 and how shitty that launch has been. And that's just the PvP stuff. They haven't even released the story content and the rest of the that's just the PvP side of things. The game itself. And don't you actually, wait, is Overwatch 2 free to play, or do you actually have to pay for the rest of the content when it comes out later? I don't know. Let me know. But from everything that I've heard, the wait times are atrocious. And not just everything that I've heard, but the research that I've done, the stuff that I've looked into, the wait times are atrocious. The battle pass is greedy as hell. The connection is ridiculous. Needing a phone, not just needing a phone number, but needing you can't have a prepaid phone number. You have to have a carrier, you have to have like one of the big boy carriers. It's so, that's just really stupid. Really, really stupid. So yeah, Activision Blizzard is getting hammered on both ends. It just really feels like maybe they should never have done Overwatch 2 to begin with. Maybe they should have just left it at Overwatch 1 and then added all this content slowly over time. And I think, yeah, I mean, of course, it's easy to say that from the outside looking in, me not knowing the whole situation with the development of the game. But yeah, man, some board members over there have got to be pissed. You like, as soon as you think, man, we're finally getting a game out, it's absolute garbage, and then you get hit with another sexual harassment lawsuit. At this point in time, I have no vested interest with Activision Blizzard. The last attachment I had to Activision left when Bungie left them. That was basically it. I could care less. The only part of Overwatch that I even like is their animation department for their animated shorts. And I'm like, that group should just break off and do like their own thing, because clearly they're killing it. The writing staff, the animation team, those guys, they're like killing it. Good job on that. Gotta make themselves cheaper for Microsoft. No, that's I'm not. No, they've been that way before Microsoft. Microsoft can't take the blame for this one. That's like all this talk when we get into the Roosterteeth stuff later, and everybody like trying to blame Warner Brothers Discovery. No. All the bullshit that's going on with Roosterteeth was happening way before Warner Brothers Discovery picked them up. So no, this is a This nonsense has been happening well before Microsoft really got involved. I clearly, yep, freedom. Anyway, yeah, it is what it is. They just can't win for losing, and I have no pity. I have no pity for them whatsoever. All right, in the title, I don't want to clickbait you guys for too long. In the title, of course, you guys could see it says 2 big manga ending soon. So Weekly Shonen Magazine. We're going to talk about Weekly Shonen Magazine. There is some Jump stuff, but I'm not really going to talk about that because they're not like major titles that are leaving in Jump. Not any major announcements. But the major titles that are dropping in Weekly Shonen Magazine. If you don't know what Weekly Shonen is, they're the same guys. They're like Kodansha. They're the guys that brought you series like Attack on Titan. They're those people. That's Weekly Shonen Magazine. Okay. Tokyo Revengers is headed towards its climax. So the manga is headed towards the end. And then I've got another article up here for the other one. So let me get that. This year's 46th issue of Kodansha's Weekly Shonen Magazine revealed on Wednesday that Ken Wakui's Tokyo Revengers manga is headed toward the climax of its final arc with its next chapter in the magazine's next issue on October 9th. I'm going to be completely clear. I've only watched the anime, so I know nothing about what's been going on in the manga. And I haven't talked to people that do read the manga, mostly to just to avoid vague spoilers. The manga entered its final arc in June 2021. Wakui launched the Tokyo Revenge, blah, 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 blah. Kodansha USA is publishing the manga in English, and it describes the story of Washington. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so just there's the real big stuff right there. So yeah, he's saying it's entering the climax of its final arc. So it's not long. It could be the end of this year that Tokyo Revengers is over. For those of you that maybe do read the manga, let me know what your thoughts are on this. I'm curious to hear what you think. And how do you guys feel about this overall? Is this a good thing? Because we are getting a second season of Tokyo Revengers. Is this maybe like a good thing? Because now we know how much time until it ends. So is this like a better thing for the anime? Like where do you feel? Where do you line up on this? Is this a good thing, bad thing, neutral? Where do you line up on this? I'm curious to hear how you think about this down below. So let me know. You feel it's good? Okay. All right. So the second one, now this one actually does hit me because I do read this manga. Ace of Diamond Act 2 manga ends in 2 chapters. This year's 46th episode or 46th issue of Kodansha's Weekly Shonen Magazine. See, there it is, Kodansha again. Revealed that on Wednesday that Yuji Terajima, or as the Western community calls him, TJ, Ace of Diamond Act 2, or Dino Ace Act 2, sequel manga will end in 2 chapters. The final chapter is scheduled for the magazine's 48th issue on October 26th. Now, here's the thing. If you've watched the anime for Ace of Diamond, it hasn't, like, Ace of Diamond Act 2 doesn't actually cover the entirety of the Act 2 of the manga. I honestly hope that that the anime gets picked up to do the rest of it, because holy shit, there's a lot of really good stuff in there. They've got the rest of the tournament to go through. And Act 2 is literally about the main character in his second year of high school with the Sato High School baseball team. And honestly, the way it's structured, there are so many people saying we're not getting an Act 3. A lot of those people, I don't think read the manga. Like, straight up, I don't think read the manga, because there's no way we can wrap up all the storylines we need to wrap up. And keep in mind, this is not them being told to wrap it up. I do not think they're being told to wrap it up, because these 2 series are highly successful. Honestly, with the case of Tokyo Revengers, from the stuff that I've heard, it felt like they were with Tokyo Revengers, he was being told to drag it out. So, with Ace of Diamond, it definitely feels like we could be getting an Act 3. It's when you do an Act 1 and an Act 2, it kind of implies there's going to be an Act 3. And the way that the story has been being told in the manga definitely feels like there's an Act 3. Now, this could be wishful thinking on my part because I'm such a big fan of this series and I love where it's going and I want to see where these characters end up. But unless they do a major time skip in the next couple of chapters, it's just I don't want to spoil things for non-manga readers. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it definitely feels like there should be an Act 3. Remember, Act 2 started with them being at Koshin, or the high school tournament, the big nationals, basically. The national tournament, Koshin. Koshin is the name of the stadium where it all takes place. And it's going to kind of mirror. It's a little too late now, Char, but I appreciate it. Yeah, it's going to kind of mirror. I think I think we will get to an Act 3. I honestly think that we will get to an Act 3 at this point, because like it feels like you can't wrap up what needs to be wrapped up in and I'm not saying that everything has to be wrapped up. There's been plenty of series that have ended without things being properly wrapped up. That's a thing that happens all the time. I'm just saying that with a series like this, and as popular as it is, it's popular over here, but it's super popular in Japan. That thing makes money because, guys, you got to realize the sport that's king over there isn't soccer, isn't football. It's baseball. Baseball is king in Japan. That is kind of the thing that works over there. All right. So yeah, not surprising that the baseball show. If you haven't checked out the anime is there's technically, I guess you could say there's 3 seasons. Season 1 is 75 episodes. Season 2 is 50 episodes, and then there's the anime that covers Act 2, which is honestly my favorite. And that doesn't cover all of Act 2. It's just some of Act 2. So yeah. So there we go. Bam. All right. So next up, let's see what the next topic is. Oh, yeah. So let me pull up a couple of these things real quick. And then, okay, cool. And then I'll go to that. All right, cool. So the next topic up. Okay, here we go. We're talking about Bleach again. Because of course we are. And we'll get into the actual show later, but no update, no Disney Plus, no update on availability of Bleach 1000 Year Blood War anime in Latin America. The official Twitter account for Disney Plus's help service confirmed on Tuesday that it does not have any updates about the availability of the new Bleach series in Latin America. Viz Media confirmed with ANN that Disney Plus is the best resource for confirmation about releases of the anime territory by territory. The anime is based on the 1000 Year Blood War arc of Tite Kubo's Bleach manga, and it began streaming on Hulu in the US on October 10th. The anime is streaming on Disney Plus International, and Anyone Asia is streaming the series in many Asian countries. The anime will run for 4 cours. This is the reason why I wanted to talk about this article. It's going to run for 4 cours, or a quarter of a year, with breaks in between. So the show is scheduled to be about 54 episodes. So it's going to be like 13 episodes, like 12 or 13 episodes per cour, with a little like 3 to 6 month break in between. So I think this is actually good. It gives the animation team enough time. And with the animation of the first episode, I can fucking understand why that animation was good. Like that was some just top tier. Just we were eating well. Animation fans, we were eating well. I'm just saying. All right, without going too much into it. All right. Anyway, So yeah, that's kind of shitty that that's happening in Latin America. That should not be happening there. Uh, it just feels like we should be past this. It's like, Disney, you've got all this money. Why aren't you streaming in Latin America? Why don't you have this set up in Latin America? Literally, it's a huge market. Money is being wasted here. WTF? You know, every second that you don't have it on your site, it's being pirated. And the more people are pirating it, the less likely they're going to check your shit out later. So whoever fucked up, fire them. That's kind of where I'm at on this. All right. So next up, the Silent Hill film director, which I don't know why they're talking to Christoph Gans, says that there are several games in production for Silent Hill. IGN reported on Saturday that film director Christoph Gans, who did the 2006 Silent Hill, who is working on the upcoming Silent Hill film, stated in an interview with French news website Movie and Game that Konami is developing new Silent Hill games. He also stated that the company is looking to revive the franchise and that there are several games in production. Honestly, at this point, they should just do a remake of the original Silent Hill. Gans stated during the interview that he is working with the original creators of the franchise at Konami, as well as several different teams that are all working on the new games. However, he is not working directly on the games. He also confirmed that he has not been working with Hideo Kojima. He further elaborated that the success of the remakes of the Resident Evil had an influence on Konami's decisions regarding the Silent Hill franchise. Victoria Hadida, live-action Resident Evil film franchise, is producing the upcoming Silent Hill film. Gans previously stated that the new will still be set in that small American town atmosphere where Puritanism devastated everything. Okay. Gans previously directed the Silent Hill live-action film starring Radha Michelle and Sean Bean that opened in 2006. Funny enough, that was I loved that first Silent Hill film simply on the basis that Sean Bean lived. It was a horror movie with Sean Bean, and he lived. Do you get what I'm saying here? Now, I'm kind of excited by this. I know that they're like looking at Resident Evil, but like at the same time, it's like, motherfucker, what you should be looking at is Dead Space, because that's coming out. Because Dead Space is coming up pretty soon. And that remake, I just saw gameplay for that remake, and it actually looks really good. It doesn't look like they changed too much, but it got a much needed visual improvement and audio improvement. And I'm like, oh my God, it's so much creepier than it was before. So yes, I can't wait to play it, and I can't wait for you motherfuckers to convince me that I have to play it in total darkness. And you and I both know right now over on my Twitch channel, the only way to convince me to do that is monetarily. So you want to make me do it. Hi, Robert. But the only way if you want to do that, you have to send to the donation, which by the way, there is a donation right now to make me play Phasmophobia in the dark. And then there's another one above that to make me play it on 24 times difficulty, which is the Apocalypse Challenge, which is the hardest challenge. And you're welcome to make me do that, but if you do it, I will hate you forever. So there. So yeah. But I'll do it. I'll do it. In the dark, on the hardest. So anyway. All right. So this next story, I'm just going to quickly get through it. Okay? I'm just going to quickly be like, hey, here's the story. This is what happened. Bye. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Okay. Vic Mignogna denied court rehearing. On September 29th, the Texas Second Court of Appeals denied Vic's request for a court rehearing and en banc reconsideration, in which all the judges of the appellate court participate in the rehearing. In his defamation lawsuit against Funimation voice actresses Jamie Marchi and Monica Rial, and Rial's fiance Ron Toy. The court maintained its judgment made on August 18th against Mignogna. Mignogna made the request for a court rehearing and en banc reconsideration on September 20th. He had first asked for an extension for the deadline for post-appeal motions, which is typically 15 days after a court appeals judgment is ordered. The court issued its judgment against Mignogna on August 18th, but he requested an extension to file rehearing motions on October 17th, stating that his counsel did not have enough time to analyze the results. The court granted an extension on September 20th. Basically, yeah, he wanted to try again, and they were like, nope. So that's it. That's the story. That's it. That's all we're talking about. Okay, so moving on to talking about that, so I could segue into that. Remember, as much as everybody wants to talk about the Funimation side of it, remember this whole thing started with Roosterteeth firing Vic from Ruby, and they were saying they were going through changes and they wanted to foster a better image. And whoa, well, what they preached and what they practiced were apparently two very different things. If you have not seen, I posted it in the link if you want to read the full twit longer, but Kaden Jensen posted a twit longer where she talked about a lot of stuff that went on behind the scenes, and it kind of made me really disgusted and also partially happy that I no longer have a Roosterteeth First account and haven't had one for a very long time. To keep in context, I sometimes watch death battles on YouTube if I like the characters that are going up against each other, but mainly I don't care. And am I sick? No. I have sinus issues all the time. So, God, I am so fucking sick of that question. Okay, I have a nose that doesn't work properly, so I'm constantly sniffling. Welcome to what it's like to just be me. Sorry, I get asked that all the time. It's like, are you sick? Are you sick? No, I just have a shitty nose. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of stuff that came out, and this just reconfirmed a lot of stuff that went on with why I don't want to dive too much into it. I have provided you the link if you want to just. Okay, Robert, I appreciate it. No, I don't need health tips. I don't need health tips. I have a genetic predisposition for a shitty nose. It's not something that like ginger candy and stuff is going to fix. It's probably something that's going to need like surgery. Anyway, I'm sick of that question too. Can you tell I've been asked it a few times? Anyway, so can we just ignore me for a moment and get back to the fucking news? Like, this is more important than me. Nobody gives a fuck about me. I'm just a small dude on the internet. We're talking about Roosterteeth and how messed up their dude bro practices are over there. Or their dude bro frat house kind of practices were. Like, fuck, I'm fine. I'm okay. I appreciate the concern, but I am not important at this moment. All right. So essentially, I don't want to read the whole thing. And shut up, Fenris. God damn it. Me think thou dost protest too much. Anyway. I highly encourage you guys to read this. I would also look into some of the reasons around Mika Burton leaving. I think it was in 2020. I don't remember when specifically they left, but like the work ethic and how they treated people and people that I like that voice in Ruby and stuff like that. And just to go ahead and clarify, because there's a lot of this misinformation that's going on here. Okay, number one, all right. none of this has to do with Warner Brothers Discovery. Warner Brothers Discovery is not tearing down Roosterteeth, and they are not, and they have nothing to do with how Roosterteeth is behaving in this situation, how the people at Roosterteeth is behaving. This is a culture of stuff that has been going on long before Warner Brothers Discovery even picked up Roosterteeth. Secondly, and I need to state this out there for now to everybody out there that keeps spouting this nonsense, Warner Brothers Discovery is not getting rid of everything. Cartoon Network themselves had to come out there and go like, hey, we're not going anywhere. Even if they were, I'm sorry to say this, I don't care. Cartoon Network could go away and I wouldn't blink a fucking eye. I'm sorry to say this, and I hate to be the one to break it to you, but cable is irrelevant. Television is irrelevant. TVs are just big monitors for your computer at this point. Let's be real. Streaming is where everybody is basically watching their shit at this point. Television and cable exist for people that like don't understand how to use the internet. And yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, streaming services are a lot easier to navigate than most like cable channels. And to be fair, it's actually a lot easier to watch the content that you want, when you want, how you want on streaming. Everything that you watch on television has to be edited even more, even if it goes on Adult Swim, has to be edited even more than it does on the internet. You have less censorship issues on the internet. Just saying. Because they don't have to worry about broadcast rights. That's right, motherfuckers. Streaming doesn't have to go through the same level of censorship as television. So, that's how it is. Just putting it out there. Alrighty. But yeah, at the moment, Roosterteeth is going through some shit. I can't deep dive into it, but basically, this person was hired, worked for them. They were called the derogatory F word for someone who is a homosexual. They were talked about in content on Roosterteeth, but they could not be referred to. They could not be called by that F word, so they were called fugs. I think it was the term that was come up for them. Michael and Gavin apparently were the two that came up with that term. And you can actually go back into the Roosterteeth archives of the podcast and stuff and find when they started doing that and who created it. It was them. And these are people that I liked, and now I don't like them nearly as much. Anyway, this person also came out as trans later, and they caught a lot of shit for that. Constantly overworked, underpaid, or not paid at all. They were the lowest paid person at Roosterteeth. The next lowest person on the totem pole to them was making $30,000 a year more than them. They were essentially paid starvation wage. Whatever the least amount that they could pay them for being overworked. And these were 15-hour work days. And a lot of the founders were part of this. So I'm not happy about this. And it came out about a lot of the founders and how fucked up they were and why they needed to leave. It wasn't just like, hey, you need to get out. It's like, oh no, you were kind of a shitty person and you treated your employees pretty shitty too. And that's terrible. Anyway. Miki gonna be doing another Miki Doodle session this. I don't know. Guys, don't ask me. All right, literally, this is a nerdy news show. If you want to ask those questions, there's a Discord. There is a Discord for that, or any number of social media accounts where you can ask about those things. if you would like to know the information for that. So, asking me that on the show where I'm trying to talk about news, where I look at the comments and my ADHD brain gets easily distracted. This is a Rimuru cup, and I like it, and it's not overly expensive, but I don't want to have to go buying another. So please, well, Robert, that sounds like a you problem. If you're not, and by the way, it's not my Discord, it's their Discord. It's the Fat Dog Discord. So here's the thing. Try to refrain from questions that are going to irritate me or make me want to throw that mug. This is not a update about what's happening in Fat Dog this week. Just a quick heads up. Asking me about Miki and if she's streaming. Here's the simple fact. I don't know. I have no idea. It has nothing to do with me. Actually, this rant is kind of forthcoming. All right. I only stream once a week on the Fat Dog Gaming Twitch channel, and that's reading the Slime Light novels. That is my one stream that week. So if you ask me who is streaming when for the rest of the week, I don't fucking know, because it's not my problem. Not my problem, not my concern, not my issue. If you're asking me when Shield Hero or when Air Gear comes out, I don't know, because that's not my problem. I don't work on those projects. So I have no insider knowledge about any of that stuff. If they have anything that they want me to pass along, they'll let me know. And I will post it to Patreon. I'm not hiding stuff from you. I just don't know because it's none of my business. I'm not trying to be in everybody's business trying to know when everything is happening. I just don't know. I stream here for Anime Church, which is our nerdy news segment. That literally is my one other Fat Dog stream once a week. And that's literally it. That's my streaming involvement with Fat Dog. The rest of the time, I'm working on stuff or I'm trying to do stuff on my own channel. So, or I'm moving stuff over to the light novel channel and working on that because I've got to do that. And I've got to figure out what the hell I'm going to do with Mushoku Tensei because I kind of just dropped doing that. And I got to be honest, it's a relief, but I kind of want to continue it. You guys deserve that. That having been said, please don't ask me any further about who is streaming, when, where, how, and what. Because I don't know. And I'm not going to ask. Because it's not my responsibility. And honestly, I don't give a shit. Like, it is not my job to keep up with what everybody else is doing. So if you would like to know, there is a link below to our Discord or to any of our social media, like our Twitter account, or any other lovely myriad of ways that you can contact us. Hell, you can post in our community page right here on YouTube and ask us about these things, and Tony will get back with you promptly. But do not ask me questions like this on the live stream anymore. Okay? Just do me that favor. And trust me when I say, this is me dialed back to 1. This isn't even a 4 or a 5 on the rant meter. This is literally me dialed back to a 1. This is just rolling of the eyes and me trying to be diplomatic. But guys, this happens enough that it has caused me to roll my eyes and step away from doing the news real quick on a topic that I feel is kind of semi-important, or actually it's very important, and just go, shut the fuck up. Stop asking me about this shit. Is it relevant to what we're talking about? No, it is not. Then why are you asking it? So I'm just going to go ahead and say this. mods, the next time somebody posts something like that, you can just tell them to go ask on the Discord or ask on the community page here on YouTube and encourage me to ignore it. Because that's what I should have done initially. But I try my best. Here's the problem. My brain is hardwired to, when somebody posts a question, I have to respond to it. Even if it's something that I should not be spending time in my show talking about. So I feel like I have to answer that. Because if I don't, then I'm not being a good host. So can we just have a basic rule for Anime Church from now on of, hey guys, please don't ask questions that have nothing to do with what we're talking about? Like, if you want to ask about another show or stream or something that's going on in Fat Dog, that's great. We are happy that you are so excited for that form of content. But it's not worth interrupting the current form of content. This is a 5-minute rant where I could have probably been talking about something else. But my fucking brain, man. Thank you. All right. That having been said, the next person that asks me another fucking inane question like that, I'm not going to be nice. I'm going to time you out. And I'm going to bring that shit up. And I'm going to very publicly call you out. So there are so many ways to do it, and doing it in the middle of the comments on this show is not the way. It's just not appropriate. Fuck. All right. Roosterteeth, right? We were talking about Roosterteeth. Okay, so there was already homophobic and transphobic things, and if that was already kind of really messed up, they relocated this person to LA because there's not a lot of trans-friendly places to work in Texas. Said they would help with the move, did not pay for the move at all. Then COVID hit, and that actually was helpful to their job because being able to stay indoors, that actually kept them employed. So remote work kept them employed. Bunch more stuff happened, but the Mika Burton stuff that happened earlier brought out a bunch of racist stuff behind the scenes within Roosterteeth, and like nobody spoke out about it, and she called them out for that. And of course, the main thing they were worried about was because Mika Burton is, of course, the daughter of LeVar Burton. That's his name. The Geordie LaForge and the host of Reading Rainbow, and a number of other amazing acting gigs, but those are the two most notable. Of course, their whole thing was when she left and all that stuff, and all that drama was going down, their biggest concern was, does this mean this puts us in bad standing with LeVar? I'm like, if that is the first question you're asking, that should already be a big red flag. So I'm very happy to say that I have not financially supported Roosterteeth in a long, long while. I watch Ruby, but I don't watch it on Roosterteeth First, and I have not had a Roosterteeth First account in a long time. I'm sorry. I don't feel bad. There are parts of Team Kruby that are involved in this. It's not all of them, but I mean, here's the thing. I was in the military. When a couple of people mess up, the whole group gets punished for it. That's the way you look at it, because you're only as bad as your worst person, and you're only as bad as your best person, and you're only as good as your worst person. So I know that seems backwards to some, but that's military mindset for you, man. So you are judged on the worst person amongst your entire group and the best person amongst your entire group. So the best person is held up as the standard, and the worst person is how you are judged. Hi, Kitty. And the worst person is typically how they tend to judge the entirety of you. They're like, oh, well, if this person is acting like this and you didn't say anything about it, that means you approve of that. If you don't do anything, you don't say anything, you don't call them out, then you're complicit in their behavior. And that's how the team mentality works. So everybody, as far as I am concerned, at Roosterteeth is to blame for supporting that terrible mentality that has put them in this position. And that's the end of the terrible Roosterteeth discussion. Once again, there's a lot more to it, a lot more details. I highly encourage you guys to do your own research on the Mika Burton thing. And of course, there is a link to the twit longer from the person down in the description. Highly encourage you guys to go check out and read that. So the second to last topic that we're going to talk about, because the last topic we're going to talk about, it's nighttime. Kitty, where are you? I thought you were... Wait, I thought you lived in... Wait, I thought you were in the U.S. Is this a different Kitty? Hi. I don't know. All right. You moved? Wow. Holy cow. What'd you move all the way there for? No wonder I haven't seen you streaming in forever. This isn't my cat. Yeah, that's quite a move. Alrighty. But getting to it, guys, if you did not know, Toho Animation began streaming a music video from the Spy Family anime's character Anya on Friday in celebration of its YouTube channel reaching 2 million subscribers. Spy Family anime music producer, No Name, composed the video's song titled Good Day, the anime's original soundtrack album. All music from the anime's first half and second half will release on December 21st. Oh, yeah, I cannot wait for that OST. December 21st, guys. Save the date! So, yeah. If you have not checked it out, there's a little Anya YouTube video, a little Anya music video that's kind of adorable, and I'm really digging the song right now. I'm enjoying it. I think it's really, really good. I don't know what else to go on for this. Man, some good stuff going on right now. All right, so it's time. It is time to talk about fall anime. It is time to talk about the fall anime and what's going on. So let me log into High Dive real quick, because that's the other half of that. Also, can we just talk about really quickly what the fuck is going on with Reincarnated as a Sword, and how like one company is streaming it a week earlier than another company is, because that's just weird, you know? It's just, man. Edit avatar. You've really got to start setting up. Okay, so let's start with the High Dive stuff and get it out of the way. Yeah, I've read the light novels for Reincarnated as a Sword as well, and it's making me, watching the first 3 episodes makes me want to go back, and has made me go back and reread the first volume, because I'm like, god damn, I forgot how good the first volume is. All right, so recently watched Urusei Yatsura, which is, of course, famously the first of Rumiko Takahashi's works. If you're unfamiliar with Rumiko Takahashi, Urusei Yatsura, Ranma 1/2, Inuyasha, Meizani Koku. She does a lot of romantic kind of comedy-esque stuff. Inuyasha was probably her first foray into non-rom-com. A lot of it was rom-com related. Gotta be honest. Um, Urusei Yatsura. This is an 80s anime that got a new adaptation. The premise is that the main character is the unluckiest dude in the world. He is randomly chosen by an alien computer to fight a one-on-one match against a representative from an alien species that is threatening to invade. He has a set amount of days to catch said person. Person can fly and use electricity. It's a girl. Her name is Lum. He's kind of a womanizer and a dirtbag, and I don't like him. I think my problem is that these are like old jokes that kind of worked back in the day. If a lot of this seems cringe, it's because Urusei Yatsura, and I think if you haven't checked it out, Jeff Thru from Mother's Basement broke it down really, really well when he talked about it. This is the series where every other like romance harem comedy thing got their stuff from. So if it feels like I've seen all this before, it's because they basically grabbed, borrowed, stole all their shit from here. And that's kind of where we're at from this. English dub of your voice, Kong Ming. I'm not watching the English dub of your boy Kong Ming. I already saw your boy Kong Ming, and I was like, don't really care. It was okay. It's not worth rewatching, much less rewatching dubbed. No offense to the dubbed cast. It's just generally, once I watch a show in one language, that typically is the language I stick with. But no, I'm not. I've already watched that series, so yeah, I wouldn't be talking about it. Take your time at the next episode for that. I gotta oh yeah, dude. I'll have something to talk about on that regard very shortly. Don't you guys worry. Okay, Eminence in Shadow. Have not watched it. I saw a basic rundown of it, and I wasn't impressed. It just looked like some basic ass edgelord shit, and I didn't really care. I have been told that it's kind of good. I'm like, I'll give it a shot. Maybe later on when I've dropped a few shows, maybe. I don't know. Reincarnated as a Sword. You're goddamn right I'm watching that. And the 3 episodes I've seen, loved every single one of them. Great. Love it. Okay, so stuff carried over from last season that I haven't watched yet, that I need to. That everybody's going to get mad at me for not having watched yet. Call of the Night. Though is that still going on? Is Call of the Night ongoing, or has it wrapped? I don't know. Is Call of the Night done? Yay or nay? Someone let me know on that. Also, is season 2 of what you call it still going on? Made in the Abyss. Cause yeah. Cause I don't know about that. I like, if I'm gonna cry, I'd rather do it all in one go, you know? All right, so let's see. Made in Abyss. Maid Sama's adorable. I have not watched Executioner in Her Way of Life. Dude, Monthly Girls Nosaki-kun. Like, that show's just great. Let's see. Danmachi season 4 is next season for the second half. Vermeil and Gold. I have not yet watched that one either, so I need to get caught up on that. All right. You never pre-cried? I saw season 1, but I need to go back and rewatch it. All right. As for content. Okay. Some people are going to get mad at me for this one. They're like, oh, what do you think of new Golden Kamuy? Have not watched Golden Kamuy. Any of it. Go like 10 more minutes and you're going, gotcha. Well, we're at the end. No, that's not off topic. Asking about High Dive is not off topic. That's on topic. High Dive is... That's a good question. How much is High Dive a month? $4.99 a month for High Dive. So, yeah, there you go. Up to you right there. There we are. All right, Crunchyroll. Have not watched Golden Kamuy. I need to catch up on Yowamushi Pedal, but the new generation, the new season that just dropped, I can't wait to check that out. To Your Eternity, the new episode is not, season 2 is not dropping until the end of the month, so gotta wait on that. There's a new episode of Witch from Mercury today. Have not checked it out yet. Blue Lock is literally tabbed right now. I have not watched the first episode, but it is like literally after this, I'm going to watch it. My Hero Academia. Okay, so here's the thing. I read the manga. So I already know what's coming up. So there's going to be episodes I skip and episodes I watch. Right now, I'm skipping this episode. I watched the previous one because you don't skip Mirko. God damn, you don't skip that girl. And when it's her episode, you just don't skip it. Day in the Life of an Immortal King. All right, somebody tell me really quick, is this worth watching? I just saw that there's a new one coming up. Bye, kitty. I just saw that there's a new season coming out, and I'm like, is this worth watching? Yay, nay, let me know. Spy Family. Come on. Of course I'm watching the second half of Spy Family. It's fucking fantastic. 3 episodes in, and already I have gone through a gamut of emotions. These 3 episodes have been so intense and all over the place. Right, Bond for the win. Bruh, come on. Welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun. All right. So this one is one where there's going to be a slight bit of controversy. I have watched season 1 and season 2. My favorite part is dark mode Iruma. I am told we don't get him again, and that makes me very sad, because I like dark Iruma. I fell off the season 1 for Iruma-kun. Bro, you need to get back on it, because season 2 has some of the best. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to binge this one. I'm going to wait for season 3 to get finished, and then I'm just going to binge it all in one go. So that's where we're at on that one. All right, let's cover the 2 most anticipated ones. Just to throw everybody off, I went and got a VPN. Just so, because this will show you how much I hate Hulu. I'd rather pay for a VPN and just move to, and just set it to the UK so I can watch Bleach on Disney Plus than have to get Hulu. That's how much I hate Hulu. So, yeah, I watched the first episode of 1,000 Year Blood War. Once again, I've read the manga. I know where things are going. Dear God, I cannot wait. The animation was crisp. I missed the soundtrack so much. There's a lot of things that just, there's a lot of nostalgia going on here. We've got 2 of the big 3 back. Everybody can say the big 3 are back all they want with Boruto, but Boruto is not Naruto. That's a whole different thing. That's Naruto's piece of shit son. If you want Naruto back, then just restart Naruto. Reanimate Naruto from the beginning and do it in cores. Do it one section at a time. Bro. I'm not going to sit here and say that Boruto sucks. I'm just saying that maybe instead of doing long-running shit like we did back in the old days, I think the core model works, and that's a proven fact. Boruto needs to just stop. There needs to be no filler in a lot of these things. We just need to, like, hey, here's what's written. Let's go off this. Oh, wait, we're close to catching up. That's cool. Break. This is where we're going to stop. We're going to take a break for 6 to 8 months. Let the manga get ahead. Then we're going to cover the next major arc. And that gives the animators enough time to work on everything. So the animation per episode is fucking great. I mean, we've literally seen with that 10-minute animation, that basic 10-minute AMV thing that All right. The animation for the that basic 10-minute ass AMV that we got for Naruto, that Studio Pierrot can all right, so I say that funnily enough, but the simple fact of the matter is they can do MAPPA level animation when they put their minds to it, and they have the opportunity. So I would love to get around that. You forgot that Naruto had around 100 episodes of filler. No, I don't. No, I did not. I absolutely did not. No. Here's the thing. I think that they should redo Naruto without the filler and do it in that core format. So, like, we do X amount of episodes. So, like, okay, we get 24 episodes a year. That's like half a year's worth of content, right? We do 2 seasons, essentially, right? In 24 episodes, you can literally do the introduction and the Zabuza arc. You could do that. And then the next 24 episodes, that is the Chunin exams. We can do all the Chunin exams. You could kind of make a Naruto Kai, but essentially, yeah, you could break it up into chunks that way. All right, so the next 24 episodes would be the Chunin exams, and then the next 24, so on and on and on. You guys do realize that the first actual Naruto before the time skip was only like 130 something episodes, right? And that was before like the massive filler in between Naruto and Shippuden. And there was filler in between that stuff too. So you're talking about what could the only filler episode that I found hilarious that I thought possibly could have been canon was literally the episode about Team 7 trying to do everything they could to find out what was under Kakashi's mask, to see what Kakashi's face looked like under the mask. That was 100% the most non-filler episode. I fucking love that. So there are times when filler episodes aren't the be-all, end-all. All right. That having been said, let's get into the main topic. Let's get into the last and main topic, and the one you guys have been asking about and very curious about. Oh, that's right. We've got one more topic to talk about. I'm so sorry, guys. There's one more. I forgot about that. The Bayonetta thing. Guys, yeah, Bayonetta 3 had some more drama. We'll cover that after this one. I'm sorry, we're going to end on a sad note instead of a good note. I forgot about that because it wasn't in my list on the general anime church thing. I'm sorry. The Bayonetta 3 drama. We'll get into that in a moment. So, Chainsaw Man. First episode out. What did I think? Pretty not but. I gotta say, I actually liked it. For as much as people are bitching about the CG, I didn't actually see a lot of CG. I didn't see CG in there of the quality that deserved to be bitched about. Yeah, I noticed some CG that was in there, but it was nowhere near complaining about. Did not expect a mascot and Chainsaw. Okay, here's the thing. I went into Chainsaw Man blind, and I knew there was a fucking mascot character. I knew about Pochita. Like, I didn't know his name. I just had seen him. I was like, oh, there's a dog with a chainsaw in its face. So I was like, oh, yeah. CG was the worst you've seen in recent anime? Blade of Akira? Really? The worst you've seen in recent anime? Really? Really? Okay. I'm going to have to direct you to a little show called Overlord. Oh, was not. Okay. Wasn't the worst. Okay, wasn't the worst. Okay. I was fixing to say, I was like, anybody that sits there and says that the animation for Chainsaw Man was fucking terrible, right? Jared, I don't want to hear that coming from somebody from Australia. Say words, motherfucker. I was going to say Resurrection F was far worse, right? Secondly, guys, I have seen worse CG in the last 4 years. Hell, the last 2 years. Way worse. Australia. Oh. Is this a different Jared? Do we have more than one Jared in here? I'm not used to seeing more than one Jared in here. Yeah, and you love puppies? Seen worse than last year. Yeah, dude. Overlord CG. The CG in Overlord. Just enough to say, like, all I had to say is season 3 of Overlord with the Goblin Army. There's terrible CG right there. I mean, there's really, really bad CG everywhere. This just looks like CG, animated CG that was actually done with care. Is it better in season 4? Nah, not really. I mean, yes, but also no. Like, it's better, but you're like asking, hey, have we built upon a floor? Yes, you built upon a floor. I actually liked the first episode. I was really surprised to learn a few things. Like, I did not know about his financial situation or what was going on with his parents, all that stuff. It's an interesting introduction. Everybody that's like, it's mid, it's this, it's that. You're haters. It's been one fucking episode. You can't fucking make up your mind about what this series is going to be like in one goddamn episode. I can't do that. You can't do that. I used to run 2 podcasts where I would talk about anime and I would rate and rank it professionally. You have to give it at least 3 to 5 episodes in. That is the rule. You will know within 3 to 5 episodes whether a series is going to be good or not. All right, let's talk about Bayonetta. Okay. Whew, drama for Nintendo. So Bayonetta 3 is coming out. The title character was recast with a friend of mine playing the character, but it was surprising to a lot of fans why suddenly female Shepard was playing her. And as it turns out, she didn't even know why the original voice actress was playing her, and she can't talk about it because she signed a non-disclosure agreement. So, as it turns out, the original voice actress came out on Twitter to talk about it, and they offered her $4,000 for the entire gig. Now, I don't know a lot about the video game voice industry, but I know that when you do a video game, it's not hours of time, it's weeks of time. Especially if you're a main character and you've got, like, a lot of dialogue. And I've caught clips of Bayonetta, and there's a shit ton of dialogue in Bayonetta. This bitch talks a lot. And so, I know that the rates... the anime rates of what are now, I think, $50 an hour are the low. That is, I believe, the floor of industry standard. And guys, that is also the reason why we're pushing our Patreon so hard, because we want to be able to afford to pay our fucking voice actors, because $50 an hour is the floor. That's the bottom of the barrel. You know? So, essentially, join our Patreon because we need to pay our actors. Please, and thank you. They deserve it. They do a really good job working for us. And, guys, do not let me sign off without updating you guys on what's going on with Slime 9. Please do not let me do that. Alrighty. So, yeah. $4,000, that kind of seems like a lot at first, and then you realize, Dude, there are people that get ad sponsorships for Raid Shadow Legends that make just a little over $4,000. That's fucking ridiculous. Keep in mind that this is a franchise that has made over 400 million off of her voice and her character. And they tried to... This was flat rate, by the way, for the entire game. That's... They lowballed her to hell. What they did is legal. It's just immoral. And so this is just greedy business practices. I don't know who specifically is at charge, but she is asking people to not get Bayonetta. She's like, hey, guys, spend your money on something else. And yeah, I can't necessarily blame her. So yeah, I wanted to actually end on a happy note, but it looks like we're going to end on a sad one because my dumbass forgot to include that in the rundown of stuff on Discord because I'm an idiot. So, that having been said, guys, that's all the news I have for what's going on in the nerdy world of anime and video games. And now let's talk about what's going on in the world of Fat Dog Studios. I literally just finished doing the last principal recording for Slime last night. So I recorded all of my dialogue as Great Sage, and then I picked all the takes and cut those. And then we just cut a session with Yomi to do a specific voice in Slime 9, where a character suddenly has a deep voice for 2 lines. And then I've got to cut those takes, and that will be it for principal recording. I will have all the characters' recordings done, and we can have that put together. So 2 things are going to happen that are very, very important. And this is another reason why we're like, hey, motherfucker, get on Patreon. It's also the reason why, if you check in the description, it also says, because we're done caring. We're like, hey, guys, don't like the content we put out? Join our Patreon to vote to make us stop. We actually listen to our patrons. So there's that. So we have Anime Week in Atlanta coming up in 2 weeks. Got to plug that. Let's see. While I'm looking at it. Okay. We have the times of our panels. Our voice acting class is going to be happening in Stranhope on Thursday at 3:30 p.m. That's going to go to 4:30 p.m. Abridging 101, also in Stranhope, Thursday at 7:15 p.m. And that's till 8:15 p.m. Yeah, well, we're all going to be missing Anime Church. We can't do it there. I don't think our Wi-Fi is going to... I don't think Con Wi-Fi is going to do it for us. That time I got Abridged as a Slime panel. Friday, 9:15 p.m. to 10:45 p.m. So we have an hour and a half to work on that time I got Abridged as a Slime. We're also really, really looking forward to Abridging 101 because we're going to sit down and talk about a very cool scene from Log Horizon Abridged episode 10 and what all went into making that scene and building it and the process of getting it made. And then we're just going to show the full fucking episode because why not? Because why not? Then we're going to talk about that a bit. Awesome. Panel room 103 is where the final one is going to be, and that's on Sunday, voice acting in light novels. Okay. Okay, that having been said, that is all for Anime Church for now. Will y'all be streaming later? Streaming your panels? No, we will not be streaming our panels, sadly. It is what it is, but I can't Oops, it's the panel. My bad. Where can the leaks be found? No, these are panels at Anime Weekend Atlanta. Sorry, guys. This is live and in-person stuff. So we're going to do that. We're going to try and... we're going to try and record some stuff, do some silly stuff. We're going to have a crazy, silly hotel room all together. Let me see what I can do. I also have an emergency thing that I'm going to contact somebody really, really soon and help them out with a thing. I'm going to try anyway. Alrighty. That having been said, I think that's everything to go over. So the last of the principal stuff. For the slime panel, we're going to be debuting a brand new scene for slime at the at AWA for Slime 9. So this is why it's a good idea to become a patron. We're going to show a scene that will not get shown on YouTube. There will be no preview scene for this on YouTube. The only places you can watch it are at the panel or on Patreon. Those are the only two places you can watch it. I already talked to Tony about this, and he's 100% on board with this. We do have a preview scene that we're going to put up while we're in the middle of the nightmarish hell that is the copyright nonsense for the copyright hell and the copyright nonsense for that. That having been said, yeah, it is what it is. But we're going to put that scene together. It's not a beginning scene. It's much further into the actual episode because we wanted to show off some of our newly casted characters. So, yeah, that having been said, we'll see you guys soon and look forward to that. Hopefully we can get that put together shortly. Until then, take care and bye-bye for now. I'll see you next time.